there. Thank you. Our next speaker is Alejandra Delgado. He's a biologist focused in the study of lichens and lichenicolous fungi in Northeastern Mexico. He did his bachelor's degree at the Autonomous University of Nuevo León in Mexico, and he started his graduate studies recently at the University of Alberta. His interests encompass natural history, taxonomy, systematics, and biogeography. Thank you, Alejandro.
Hi, everybody. My name is Alejandro Delgado. I live in Monterrey, Nuevo León, which is located in northeastern Mexico. And today I'm here to share with you some of the results of our project to unveil the lichen flora and lichenicolous fungi diversity here in northeastern Mexico. And it's quite interesting to study these groups because Mexico is known as a mega diverse country, and this is because its unique geographic position between the Nearctic and Neotropic realm. Here, both realms converge, creating a wide variety of ecosystems, and if we add that we have 4 or 5, depending on who you follow, major mountain ranges, this creates a whole lot of places and microhabitats and different places in order to life to thrive. Therefore, we have 8 different ecosystems that go from deserts, temperate forests, even we got glaciers, grasslands, tropical dry forest, humid rainforest, even evergreen rainforests, mangrove, and coastal and marine environments. So, and this is reflected in its in our lichen flora. In 2014, Maria de Los Angeles Herrera Campos and her team compiled more than 2,800 lichens known to Mexico, but their estimations say that Mexico might have more than 5,000 species. So that means that we are just about the half of knowing our real diversity. And this knowledge is not equal throughout Mexico. Especially, we're going to focus right now in northern Mexico, where where northwestern states, are well known because of the lichen flora of the Greater Sonoran Desert project carried out by Thomas Nash from the University of Arizona. He gathered all specialists from all over the world just to study this ecoregion. And now that they were here in Baja California or in Sonora, why not jump into Chihuahua or perhaps Sinaloa? And as we move eastwards, that knowledge and the same fieldwork is not the same because the states of northeastern Mexico only have 295 species. Central and north states only have 216 lichens compared to more than 1,300 species here. So that's crazy. And if we zoom in into northeastern Mexico, the difference is even bigger if we compare it to our neighbor state of Texas, which is just north above the border states, the borderline, sorry. So as we can see, Texas, even though it has less variety of ecosystems, it has a higher lichen flora numbers because there people have actually worked. And compared here to my states, little work has been carried out. So the study area of this project was carried out in all major ecosystems of northeastern Mexico, starting with the high elevation coniferous forests in Coahuila, Nuevo León, and Tamaulipas, the Chihuahuan Desert, which is also present in the 3 states, this particular ecosystem called thorn scrub forest, which is located near the Gulf of Mexico at the foothills of the Sierra Madre. This ecosystem is quite interesting because it's a mixture of coastal element and some low bush thorn scrub, like a small rainforest, which is not a rainforest, but it doesn't matter. What it matters is that it's very diverse in lichens, and very people have looked into it. And also we couldn't be in the neotropics if we didn't visit the humid mountain forests, which are quite rare and have relic distributions in northeastern Mexico. So what started as just an update of the lichen flora of each state, it eventually, I mean, we're doing it, we're growing up the numbers, as you can see, but it's leading to new records to Mexico. More than 75 lichens new to Mexico, 63 new lichenicolous fungi, 7 new species to America, 24 to North America, and also many new species are showing. We already published 1 new lichen, and more than 50 species are being worked on. So one of the proud results of this project is the new description of a new species of Alixoria. And I present to you Alixoria sierramadrensis, which was recently published in the Lichenologist. This Alixoria is unique among the genus because it's the only species that doesn't have a crustus thallus. This one has a big subfolios or placoid thallus, which is quite remarkable because it's quite conspicuous. And if we scratch some of the cortex out of it, we will find this orange pigmented medulla, which is completely interesting. This finding was supported by morphological traits such as the assay tip, and molecular data supports its nesting within Alixoria. We're also proud to show that we're working on a new species of Xylographa from the high elevation mountain humid forests here in Nuevo León. And this particular Xylographa likes places where the coniferous forest diversity is quite high, so it has a lot of suitable suitable habitat and substrate for it to be present. Also, one of many remarkable new records to Mexico is Gowardia nigricans, which is a lichen mainly distributed throughout near the Arctic Circle, but as it goes southwards, it follows the western North American Cordillera, and if you zoom in, you can still see some rugged topography as it goes south in Mexico. Here, Gowardia nigricans is also found at the subalpine meadow of the Sierra Madre Oriental at more than 3,700 meters. Also, a remarkable finding is Sarcogenic Magnesone, which is a species described by Maurice Bowley de Lesline back in the old days, and he deposited the type specimen in his herbarium. The type specimen comes from the mountains of New Mexico. And sadly, his herbarium was destroyed in a bombing during the World War II, and the type specimen was completely lost. In 2010, Kerry Knudsen and collaborators find it out in the Central Prairies in Saskatchewan, but later I found it in northeastern Mexico, and it's quite widespread here. So, and in a completely different ecosystem. Here it inhabits in the Chihuahuan Desert and in the Tamaulipan thorn scrub, which is ecologically significant to the knowledge of this species. Also, we have new lichenicolous fungi to North America. For instance, Arthonia surbarians or Arthonia leucomelodes that come from Europe are now in North America. Habrothalus ramellini and Limnonelia ramellini, they were previously only known for coastal environments in the Indo-Pacific region. Stigmidium cladonicola, which was previously only known from North Korea and Russia, and Xenonectrelia vertebrata that inhabits leucodermias. This species was only known from Ecuador. And also we have 2 new genera and 12 undescribed species of lichenicolous fungi, starting with this coelomycete with this unique conidia. It parasitizes Ochrolechia subpalens. Or we can find this gall-inducing ascomycete growing on Lecanora. I still have no name for this or any related genera, which is quite interesting. And also we have new Abrathalus on Sticta, Harthonia on Dirinaria, Opigrapha on Buellia, Phacopsis on Usnia, Pernectria on Thelechistis, and a Rosallinia on also Thelechistis. Well, the potential to find new species is very high, especially if we use molecular tools. Much field work is needed in order to really know what's out there and fill out the distribution gaps. And also, given Mexico's wide variety of ecosystems and topography, we're far from knowing the real diversity that this country holds, especially in the lichen flora and the caniculus fungi. And now I would like to thank the University of Alberta and Universidad Autónoma de Nuevo León, especially to my advisors, Toby Sprivele and Sergio Salcedo, for helping me out with this research. And also my mentors, colleagues, and friends. I will spend a lot of time if I mention you guys, but thank you very much for all your support. And for all of you, kind audience, by inviting me and for sharing your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alejandro. What a wide open field of play you have there. Lots of new species to look for, 700 in Texas and only a couple hundred in your part of the world. So you've got a lot of work to do. I'll turn it over to you and Clara for questions.
All right, yeah, fantastic talk. Really amazing work. So we have a question coming in from Robert Looking. What is the conservation status of the ecosystems in the area that you work?
Oh, hi. Well, it depends actually. As we move towards more tropical environments, those ecosystems have been decimated like really bad. The temperate forests are still in very good conservation degrees, and especially it's quite surprisingly that one of our more pristine regions are the deserts, because people tend to think that there's no life there, that there's no way to exploit it, like in agriculture or cattling. But yeah, desert lichens are one of the most conserved ecosystems, yes.
So we have a question from Juliet Bailey. Is the thorn scrub Nuevo Leon a climax community or resulting from grazing or something else?
Okay, so that specifically type of vegetation is actually, it's a mixture between neotropical and ecosystem, like vegetation elements. And there's little grazing there because there are not major like vertebrates that roam there. But sadly, again, it is another subtropical environment, so people like to chop it off in order to put more cattle there. But we still have decent patches available.
Fantastic. We'll see if some more questions come in. I just had a question sort of about your sampling approach. You know, you're really trying to cover a lot of ground here. So is there some sort of systematic way you're approaching this?
To be really honest, there is not a systematic approach of this. Actually, I just focused on the areas that, like, if I start picking in one area and it appears to be productive, I just keep collecting that region until I found no more interesting stuff. I mean, we always get interesting stuff even if in well-studied areas, but I just move around as I want. And also the weather is quite a variable. You don't want to be in the desert in full the summer.
We have a question from Bibiana Moncada. Congratulations, very nice talk. About the Abrathalus in Sticta, do you find specificity of that?
Yes, there are. We have so far we have 2 or 3 morpho species on Stictas, and they appear to be restricted to certain groups of Stictas. Yes.
Wow. Is that it for time?
There's one more question.
Okay. I think we have one more from Robert Looking here. you recently found Saxilloba. Are you planning to sequence it?
Of course, yes, that is right. It's currently waiting for us in the freezer, but yes, I'm really looking forward to sequence that.
Great. And yeah, there's a few more questions I'm sure you'll be able to answer after this.